Hey, what's up guys, Crazy Gaming here, bringing you some more Anthem details to make time pass a little bit easier until the launch day, and today's info comes in the form of some very cool leaks thanks to a Reddit user who goes by the name of Deftones Band, and he was able to get his hands on the full list of all of the Anthem PS4 trophies. There's a total of 47 of these trophies in the game, of which 1 is Platinum, 2 are Gold, 11 Silver, and 33 Bronze trophies, as you can see from the various screenshots right now on the screen. We're going to go over all of them in just a bit, but I will say that there's a lot of stuff in there that gives us an idea about the number of story missions in the game. There's a lot of exploration related stuff, and generally speaking, new details about some of the existing content and challenges in Anthem. There's not going to be any spoilers in this video, mind you, as this info is more of a general overview of all of the achievements, and I will correlate some of the information with the already existing public knowledge that has been out for some time. So I'm going to be covering the ones that I find more important, and for the rest I will leave you guys a link down below that you can go ahead and check if you want to do a further read on it. Now, the Platinum trophy is called the Grandmaster, and it obviously requires you to complete all of the other trophies, and it seems that BioWare has a fixation with the Grandmaster, as it's definitely using it in the difficulty settings as well. So yeah, it's definitely a term used quite frequently. Then we have the Gold trophy called No Stone Unturned, which requires you to complete all of the Bastion collectibles challenges, and in case you didn't know this from the info we have available, Bastion is a region in the world of Anthem that you'll get to play in, and these collectibles might very well be the ones that you find randomly in the world that give you those codex entries alongside of them. You might have seen them in various videos, even IGN showcased a few of them, and I believe even the demo had a few of these out in the world in other regions, not just Bastion. So yeah, it's really interesting to see if this is the same stuff or it's going to be something different, but we'll wait and see for the full game to come out until then. Moving down, there's a high number of achievements related to different character stories and side missions. We have a Royal Favor, which we get after completing Dax's Emerald Abyss story, Triple Threat for Matthias' story with the same name. In fact, Matthias has 2 more story related achievements throughout the list, and there are other characters as well in the list, like for example Bryn's Need to Know story or Yarrow's Keeping Promises story mission. Now, in case you don't know who these characters are, Bryn is essentially a sentinel over in Fort Tarsis, whilst Yarrow is a freelancer who you can even see in the demo on the left side of where you used to spawn when first entering the game. So all of these are of course NPCs that will give you additional missions on top of the already existing story ones that deal with the various factions that appear in Fort Tarsis and in the world of Anthem. Of course, these being the freelancers, the arcanists, and the sentinel. And for example, Matthias is an arcanist, Yarrow is a freelancer, and Bryn is a sentinel. And there's other characters as well, like for example Dax, but on Dax I could not find any entry, and I don't believe I've seen him in Fort Tarsis, or at the very least I didn't pay any attention to him. From the looks of it, these appear to be these side missions related to these factions, and there are 3 for each of the factions. Like for example, we have 3 for Matthias, 2 for Yarrow, 2 for Bryn, and 1 for Dax, and there's 1 missing on the list for the 9th mission, which might very well not even have an achievement related to it. There are also additional faction related silver trophies later down the list, and we have 3 of them in total, and completing these will give you silver trophies. We have the Freelancer Veteran, we have Arcanist Executor, and Sentinel Ally as the last one. So yeah, there's quite a little bit on just side content in the list. Moving forward, there's a total of 7 of what I believe to be story related achievements. Of course, this isn't indicative of the total amount of story missions that actually exist in the game. There might be more than that, but what's for certain is that we have 7 at least, as they have all associated trophies with them. Notice how, for example, the Lost Arcanist mission, which we know for some time now to be a main story mission and was even showcased in an IGN video, is not on this list. So this is why I'm saying that there might be more story missions than the 7 trophies in the game. One of the missions on the list also sounds familiar, and it was posted on YouTube, particularly the one called Incursion, and this one also features the Monitor for the first time. He's the leader of the Dominion. He's also very big for some reason, like 2 times bigger almost than any other human in the game, but probably that is because he's wearing his suit and he has some really cool powers. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but if you want to search the mission itself, you can go ahead and search it on YouTube by searching Anthem Incursion, and you're going to to find it pretty much first. Now the one that caught my eye is of course the gold trophy related mission called Return to the Heart of Rage. The Heart of Rage is basically this longest lasting Shaper Storm in the world of Anthem, and according to a video from December of last year with Mike Gamble, our purpose is of course to try to silence this Shaper Storm as it's causing a lot of troubles. It's also the biggest one of them all from what it appears. This obviously implies us having to go back to wherever it is located, which kinda implies that by the story mission name we're going to go right in the center of it, and it also sounds awfully familiar to what we've seen in the 2017 gameplay trailer, which showed pretty much this entire concept. I mean, yes, it might have changed since then, but in that trailer we saw 4 javelins going into this huge Shaper Storm, or what we knew so far to be a Shaper Storm. It definitely looks like one, and I think at least conceptually that is what BioWare first intended to like create and to represent for us in terms of this mission. In this case, having this supermassive storm that needs to be contained by us freelancers, having to travel to it and possibly even go inside of it if that is even the case. So yeah, it most probably changed since then, since that trailer from 2 years ago, but it seems that it's actually an important bit of the story and we might see it in the end of it, and that gets me really excited because it looked very cool when I saw it first time. But moving on, we also have 4 additional achievements that deal with completing missions, contracts or strongholds with a certain javelin item rarity. So we have achievements for completing these with a rare javelin or epic one, masterwork and even legendary. There's over a dozen or so achievements strictly related to weapon and gear challenges, and you get these naturally as you like use these tools to fight enemies and so on. Many of these you might have even noticed in the demos as you would progress through the available content. And finally, we also have many exploration related trophies where you need to discover all districts, landmarks and hidden places in certain areas of the map. So I'm glad that there's a lot of exploration related stuff in this game. There's a total of 9 explorable areas and 9 trophies for each of them, and there's quite a lot of stuff in there for just this. And I'm really curious about these hidden locations and what they contain, so it's going to be quite hard to like uncover all of it. There's most probably going to have to be a walkthrough for all of this because the world so far has a lot of verticality to it, and there's a lot of hidden places, and there's a lot of, you know, stuff that you can easily miss if you're not paying attention. I believe that in the demo we had access to only 3 of these zones, like for example the canyon, and there were like a couple more locations that I forgot the name of, but there's 9 in total, and it seems that BioWare is also working on additional regions, so the map might be way bigger than we thought, and it was definitely already quite big even in the demo itself. Finally, I'm also going to be showing all of the trophy icons, and you can see them right now on the screen, and the platinum one is of course the first one. You can see the platinum plaque, and on top of it there's this javelin showing a double bicep, so yeah, it looks pretty sweet. There are others as well. I mean, you can see a lot of them featuring some of the characters in the game. I believe there's one for Matthias at some point, various other NPCs as well, even for Yarrow and Bryn. There's one for the Monitor, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do in this game. I'm seeing some achievements over there for completing parts of the game on certain rarity for your javelin. For example, we have for uncommon, for rare, for epic, and even for masterwork or legendary, I believe is the last one. The same goes with the weapons. So yeah, this is basically it. For the moment, tell me what you think about these achievements. Do they look enough for you, or were you expecting more? In comparison, last year's God of War and Spider-Man video games had a similar amount of achievements, with I believe God of War having the least of the bunch. But all in all, I'm confident that Anthem is not going to be that much lacking in content on launch day. But tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'm really curious to see your opinions. Also, I want to remind everybody that the Anthem giveaway is still running for a couple more weeks, so if you want to take your chance at winning a copy of Anthem on any platform of your choice, you can follow the links down below. Also, if you are planning to play Anthem or Division 2 and are looking for people to group up with, then you can go ahead and join my Discord server. There's a lot of people playing on all of the platforms, so you're definitely going to find somebody to play with. But until then, a thumbs up on this video would be super appreciated. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later, so peace out.